Alrighty, how is it going, everybody? Let me make sure that this is up where it should be. I believe so. Tonight we will finish Xu Huang Musou. Let me see here. I think everything's running okay. Let me pull this back up here real quick. Maybe starting a little bit early. I don't know. We're on time. We're on time. Quite unusual. Usually I'm off a few minutes, but not tonight. Hopefully everything's running okay. Let me know if it's not. We're gonna go ahead and kind of get this started. Get rolling on Xu Huang's Musou here. We'll probably save the tier list ranking videos for after, towards the end of the stream. That way anybody rolling in doesn't miss it, because I think that part's a little more fun. So we'll do that at the end. But decided to finish this. We did one mission with Xu Huang already, so I put it in the description of the YouTube channel. But in case you missed that or don't know, the first battle is going to be on the end of Ma Chao's stream. So if you want to see the first battle of Xu Huang, that's where that's going to be. And we're going to finish up Xu Huang's Musou here, and we might start Wu's. We might start a Wu character afterwards. I don't know. Sorry, you're probably gonna hear all these street racers, because gotta love it. Gotta love it. I'm not 100% sure what Wu character I'm gonna start after this. Maybe I'm still kind of leaning towards Sun Xian, but if not him, let me see. I wrote it down. I kind of had an idea of who I wanted to play through on this. No, actually on this one I was thinking of on 4 I did Gan Ning. I was thinking of Lu Meng as well, but I kind of was committed to Sun Xian, it sounds like. So he'll probably be our Wu character playthrough. But let me see. Got our battle axe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I guess I might as well pick one of these that has a little bit of extra stat here, but we didn't get anything too great the last one. ISO Orb, Tiger Amulet, Red Hair. We're gonna try and capture these bases too. We're gonna try to loop around and grab some of these. I think it makes the fight actually much easier. So we'll see. Now that we have Red Hair, stuff like this is possible.
Don't let the Yubei get away.
All right, let me run this real quick. I love running down here really quickly and grabbing all these. At least as many as I can. All the logs and shadows wigging out in the back.
No one gets by here. Absolutely no one.
Going Super Saiyan over there. Gotta love it.
On! This bridge belongs to me, and the toll for passage is death.
For a minute, I was gonna be like, "Oh, I'm glad he's on our side." Wait a minute, he's not on our side.
Anybody who wants death?
Yeah, we usually can get this one. All right, we're gonna go around because they close it. I don't know if we're gonna reach that that middle one. We might.
This base belongs to Xu Huang.
But grabbing these bases is like a huge game change. It makes it kind of easy. But we're gonna grab it anyways and completely isolate them, because I think this part's fun.
This base belongs to Xu Huang.
All right, let's go grab these ones down here.
Don't let them get the better of you.
First thing, I get these boxes though, especially for that.
He survived that bloodbath all on his own.
Eliminate Zhao Yun. I'm like, well, I'm a little busy. I'm a little bit busy.
Belongs to Xu Huang.
I'm kind of being selfish right now, but you're gonna thank me later. You're gonna thank me later, because they're gonna have a really hard time escaping. Actually, probably a weapon on the other side. Let me go check real quick, just in case I don't get a chance to be back down here. Okay, might have been just an item. Oh, the blur. All right, now we can go engage in battle and actually maybe help our allies here. All right, let me see. Is Zhang Fei up top? I assume he is. Yeah, Zhao Yun. All right, we'll take out these guys. We'll take out Zhuge Liang first.
Don't waste your time on Zhang Fei. Capture Liu Bei.
Working on it. We're working on it. Had to take a little bit of a detour. Yeah, let's see. We're probably gonna have to ditch red hair, unfortunately.
Hey, Zhao Yun, you finally got here.
I need your help. I must return.
Let's see. Does this open it? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to hop over. But we did what we came for with the horse. He does have a great moveset in this game, I think. It's so fun. Take that. Take that. Let's go up here. Ooh. Didn't realize I knocked him a mile away before I did that. Ow. Zhuge Liang's a little pissed.
Retreat is an acceptable strategy.
I don't blame him. It's a bad time to get stunned. Okay. It's gonna hurt them to have Zhuge Liang out.
There's another notch for my great axe.
Well, we're gonna avoid Liu Bei for the time being. That's why I get some of these other officers eliminated.
Those who stand in my way do so at their own risk. Prepare yourself.
Something tells me I should save state this.
This one might actually prove to be tough. You dare face
Just
the dragon of
just a
Changshan?
hunch. I'm gonna really try to pull him away from Liu Bei. As much as I would like to take both of them on, I'd rather not get cooked. Thank goodness I have a high-level tortoise amulet too. Ooh. Ooh, boy. Zhao Yun's still gonna be a bit of a challenge. But he'll be a worthy notch for my great axe.
This may be the end for my army.
Yeah, it's gonna be the end for your army, but I'm glad you're fighting Zhang Fei. Because I don't want to.
Brother, leave the rest to me.
That should get him. Okay. Perfect.
Impressive.
Yeah, yeah.
Next time
Liu Bei, I'm
I
literally...
shall
Okay,
emerge
perfect. He just ran
victorious.
past me anyways.
Another notch for
I'm
my
literally going to
great
let you go
axe.
down there. Oh, Guan Yu's down there. Let's see. There is an officer over here. We'll take this guy out first. Ooh, nice. Josang.
That's it for me. I sure hope my brother's okay.
I shall show no mercy.
That's true. Zhang Fei is going to eventually get down here. Might end up making this harder for ourselves.
I won't be denied.
But we'll find a way. We'll
There's
find a
another
way.
notch for my great
Good
axe.
dropped. I don't need that. Now. Okay, let me go down here.
Now, attack!
We're gonna get down there to Guan Yu. The peasants. Not the peasants. Huh.
I need reinforcements.
Probably. Oh, come on. It's like super convenient to Okay. Let's get these guys so they'll open the gate. Yeah, anybody else, or can you open it? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I have to hop over this side, but that's okay.
We must attack the enemy formation as one.
Happy to do that.
Now, attack!
I was gonna say, I was like, isn't this Guan Yu down here? It should be.
This shall prove to be a difficult battle.
Definitely want to get rid of you.
Are you here to test your
Oh no!
skills?
Oh, Guan Yu, I wasn't ready for you yet. Oh, you're not. You're not Super Saiyan. That's good.
I won't be denied next time.
Makes me feel better.
Notch for my great.
Probably still hit hard as shit though. I'll give it to you though. It's fair. Ooh. Yeah, basically get a free one, so might as well use it.
Such remarkable skill.
Okay.
I must fulfill my oath.
Works out.
There's another notch for my great.
Disappears while I'm using it. Be very sad. We're gonna need it to probably get rid of Zhang Pei. Is my guess. Okay, can I borrow your red hair while I have this ×2 and a Musou Rage? We'll see if we can use it.
This isn't going
Hey,
so
there's my
well.
horse. Oh, Xiahou, dude, I'm gonna need you to toughen up there, big guy.
I shall avenge the death of my men.
Maybe we'll just kill Liu Bei. Where's the, oh, I was like, where's that health bar is at? I was like, oh, that was my bad. All right. Not a fan. But here's the thing, Cao Cao wants you gone. So we're gonna fulfill that wish. Ooh. Oh, I lost at the last second. Oh god, really? Oh, with that sliver. Oh my gosh, I think he's gonna do it. Oh my god, can you? I cannot believe that. I don't even know where I save state. Oh, it was before Guan Yu. Well, that sucks. Well, that sucks. I'm actually surprised I'm not raging out right now. That normally would make me rage the fuck out. I hate one-hit comebacks like that. It's such bullshit. You just get to magically block the last hit for whatever reason. That's all right.
Fall back. There's another notch for my great axe.
Now, at least I didn't need to use the Musou Rage, because sure as hell didn't get another one drop.
Show them what we can do.
There's one. Not that it matters anymore. Would like another axe, that'd be great, but well, beggars can't be choosers, I guess. Beggars can't be choosers. Okay, let's see here. Let's try this again. Mono y mono.
The death of my men.
Well, you did a good job last time. Kicked my ass, that's for sure. By some magical last-second block. Just kind of like that, actually, Liu Bei. Kind of like that. I'm slow. Want to save that Musou Rage for the last little bit.
I need reinforcements.
Just in case. A little bit
This isn't
more.
going so well.
Hang on, Xiahou, dude. I'm almost have this. Okay. I think we're good. I think we're good. Hell yeah. Hell
As
yeah.
long as the people are suffering, I shall fight for them.
There's another notch for my great axe.
It's another notch for my great axe. I love that line. I love that line. Emmy, hello. Welcome, welcome. Good to see ya.
The battle has reached
Good to
its
see ya.
conclusion. Liu Bei abandoned his people, and now they
Really
are
just in
misery.
time. I don't know if you
Bring it
got
upon
here
themselves by trusting
when
in
Liu
one
Bei
such as
kicked
him.
my ass, but he did. But I got my revenge and it felt good.
If we can keep this up, then all of those opposed to us will
Got
surrender
a last
without
minute block
incident.
with one hit left and
Dreams
turned
of a
around and
land
killed me.
Unified under our rule shall soon be realized.
Tis the way, though. Tis the way. Hopefully you had a good week, and hopefully you're going into a good weekend. Gotta get a drink here. Okay. At least it's an upgrade. We'll never use it, but it's an upgrade. Alright, cool. Got another item. Alright, alright. Yeah, it's heavy, dude. That's really gonna suck. He's gonna be slow as hell. But he'll have his moves, so we'll see.
This body.
We'll see how it goes. Alright, let's save here. On to the next one.
I almost had Liu Bei at Shangbon, but he managed to get away. He was within my grasp, and I failed. This is most regrettable.
Xu Huang kind of dialogue when he kills an officer that came in otherwise. I've been good, recovering, still eating from chicken biryani for lunch. Oh, dude, that sounds so good. That, yeah, take a nap, eat that, take a nap, still recover after your nap, and have some more. No, Xu Huang's dialogue is great in this game. It's funny because it's like,
Afterwards,
it sounds painful.
We lost the battle of
The way he
Qi
talks sounds
to Xu
painful.
Quan and Liu Bei.
like, dude, take a
The
breath.
damages were great, but our lord
I love Xu
managed to
Huang's voice in this
regroup
game, though.
And immediately set out for
Forget who
Guangzhou.
voices him in this. It's funny because I looked it up just a few hours ago.
If we can capture the lands of Guangzhou, the advantage will shift in Wei's favor. We must do this as quickly as possible in order to bring an end to the chaos.
Into the chaos.
Our forces shall
Another
head west
notch
to
for
conquer
my great
Guangzhou,
axe.
while Liu Bei and Sun
What a great
Quan are
line.
busy squabbling over Jing.
I think in this game, Xu Huang has some really pretty cool intro dialogue when he shows up on the battlefield, and obviously when he takes out an officer.
The regional lords of
Good.
Guangzhou have all banded together and assembled at
Tone
Tong
Gate. I like this
I
one.
shall move north and cross the river in order to attack the enemy from behind. Xu Huang, I want you to
Gonna
cross
go
the
beat
river
Ma
from the
Chao's
north and
ass
position
a little
yourself
bit.
for a joint attack. I know you think it cowardly to attack the enemy from behind, but I am counting on you.
Playing with him in Warriors Orochi 1, Xu Huang, playable in the start with Zhang Liao and Cao Pi. That's a great start. I never played Warriors Orochi 1, but that's a good character to have at the beginning. The only Warrior, I may have talked about this before, the only Warriors Orochi games I played is I actually did finish, if not all of 4, most of 4, and then a little bit of 3, but kind of runs like poop on PC a little bit. And then same thing with at least the PS4 version. I get really mad, like stuttering and pop. It's just kind of a mess. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to play it because everyone really likes that one. Let's see. I don't think. Yeah, I just had the other slot. Destroyer. I'm a little worried about Destroyer. I feel like it's gonna be slow as shit. But it is a great axe, so it makes sense. And we should be able to go tag these bases, or at least one of them. I think they actually might start with the bottom ones.
Draw the enemy out with a direct attack.
Oh yeah.
On
Oh, do you think we
Zhu
hit
and I
it?
will cross the Yellow River and
Think
strike
we get it?
their
Think we
rear.
get it? Think we get it? Think we get it? Oh, bitch. He got it for like half a second. All right, I'll get this one. Oh, this isn't an actual.
A daring
Oh,
move.
oh, nice. They only give him one base on this one.
Gate from the north.
All right, I probably, if I didn't hesitate, I probably could have made it, but oh well. Take like a millisecond to
Cross the river and
take.
hit them from behind. You beasts of Guanzhong. Do you think that you can stop
Hey,
me?
get me on a 5-stream
Do
streak.
not falter. We must
Yeah, thanks
cross
for
quickly.
coming and hanging
Now,
out.
Move it.
That's awesome.
What?
Let's see here.
Moving north? Trying to box us in. Don't let it happen.
All right, what officer are we dealing with here? We got one up there. Got a lot down here, obviously. Cannon fodder up there. Go knock him out, though.
Let's make them pay for taking our base.
Oh, shit.
You must be looking for trouble.
It's like, one of these days I'll finish my combo string. Boom. Not that's gonna save this guy. The one way to get out of the block, or get through the block, is destroy the earth beneath you.
For my great axe.
Alright. Okay, archers, it is very personal. If I see you, you die.
I'll protect Lord Coco with
I take this base.
Get lost. I have no interest in you.
Looks like the officer's gonna come through here too.
They will not get past us so easily.
You're by yourself.
I love that he gets some super armor though.
Oh, you're pretty cool.
Ooh. He's doing some damage right now, and he got frozen. Oh, get fucked.
We must make them
Oh, that
pay for taking our
horse's
base.
ass literally saved you.
I must retreat. For now. There's another notch for my great axe.
Okay, what other officers moving up here to die? They're all just coming to hang out.
Follow me.
Where is it? See the middle dot? I think so. Oh, there's a few officers moving up here. All right, well, you're the easiest to get right now. I also have not been paying attention to weapon boxes. Probably
Go
should.
and topple the enemy. Follow me.
Okay. I'll take this corner.
I won't be denied next time.
There's another notch for my great
Tell you what, I do like getting their third level weapon earlier rather than later. Felt like it was almost like a cheat with Ma Chao, and you got it like after the first mission. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that was going to be a weapon. Okay. Let's get these real quick. Got time. Also, yeah, I said kind of at the beginning of the stream, we'll do my Dynasty Warriors tier list. I guess not really tier list, more just a ranking of the mainline games. Once we finish Xu Huang's Musou.
Across the way, sweet.
Okay, which one did the officer go in? He went in this one. I want to make sure he isn't.
Surrounded if we're not more careful.
I'm working on it.
He is an old friend of our master's. What say we use that relationship to our advantage?
I'm
Get
working
rid of
on it.
the opposites around Han Sui and isolate them.
Okay. Ow. All right, well, let me take this first, and then we'll isolate Han Sui.
This is a dishonorable battle.
Ooh, Forker. Xu Huang's fourth weapon was challenging in this game. I do not remember what it is. And I honestly didn't play Xu Huang much since the PS2 days. So I probably never tried to get it. Ooh.
It's about time I faced a worthy
But eventually
opponent.
we'll get it.
There's another notch for my great axe.
All right, let me see. So he's coming up here. I'm probably going to have to maybe just take out him. Can't remember exactly how they want that done, but
It is our strength.
who's this guy?
Quell the chaos.
Nice. Hong does, Lieutenant, huh? Oh, that did not have as wide of a hit as I thought. Ow, ow.
Great axe.
Wait, get that, get that. Okay, let's get this guy. It's kind of the only guy I can think to get to isolate Hansui. Ow. Okay. Xu Huang, I'm proud of you for eating that.
There's another notch for my great axe.
Nice. Ooh, well, yep, Shuju just got hammered.
Let's put our differences aside and discuss old times.
Cao, what is going on here?
Ooh, maybe he is.
What? Han Sui was seen visiting with Cao.
Yes. Ooh, wait. Yeah, I don't want to kill him just in case he
You should know who you're dealing with.
turncoats there.
Now, tear Tong Gate asunder.
Yeah, I guess he might not.
They're trying to take the base.
Sin Chang Bang, so much waiting to do. What's the circumstance that you have to do? Sorry, it's a weird way to put it, but what's the objective? All right, Hansui. I feel like I should just kill him. Everyone else is fighting him, so might as well. Oh, he's a weak bitch.
I must retreat.
Maybe killing him will make the enemy way stronger. Like, you weren't supposed to kill him. Ooh. I was like, where'd my horse? I worked hard for this horse. If anyone asks, I totally killed Lu Bu for it. All right, let's see. Who's over? Ma Chao's still there. Okay. We might be able to knock these guys out before Ma Chao shows back up. Maybe.
Come, hit me with everything you got.
Enemy formation is crumbling. Forward!
Okay, okay.
I must retreat. For now.
There's
Nice.
another notch for my great axe.
Tell you what, that super armor. This weapon might be slow, but having super armor, I can dig it.
Trying to cause trouble with your dirty tricks, are you?
I see you have a keen sense of perception. I could make
I feel like I remember playing Pong De a lot when this first came out. He's a very cool character.
Come on. That's not all you've got. Put your heart into it.
Answer me this. Do you fight for what is right, or for something else?
That question has no place on the battlefield.
It's okay, you'll soon be my ally.
In battle, you must only be true to your skill with the blade. There. Is that what you wanted to know? What you have done.
Oh shoot, hey, that's not fair. Oh shit. He would be amped up. I could really go for a Musou rage right now.
As a gentleman of Guanzhong, I must stop.
You already healed? You had like full health already. Let's see, anything good drop? Take that.
Shall we dance to the enemy camp? Now, attack!
Ooh, bodyguard combo.
Pick up the pace. Don't fall behind. If you're a true warrior, then I shall not hold back.
Gosh dang it. You're gonna make me sweat, aren't you? Wow! Piss, he's probably gonna win this. Yep. Don't worry, I'm used to losing that. You son of a bitch. Okay. Can't wait till you get your attack ×2 buff. You know that's coming. Oh.
Beautiful skin.
Yeah, he canceled that shit. Oh yeah, we're totally letting him run that. Run out on that. We'll seal that. That'd probably be a good idea. He did not. What is that? Oh, I thought that was. Ooh, even better. Let's take that. Where are you? I got a surprise for you. Heck yeah.
Sometimes unavoidable.
There's another notch for my great.
That axe came in clutch. All right, let's seal this gate. Okay, very good. Now if we have this place, I actually feel like I can go and I need to actually go search for some weapon boxes while I have the time. They still having soldiers filter out here? Highly doubt this will be one. Spy a gate. Okay. There's red hair. I'm probably gonna go. Oh, there's an officer right here. Let's get this guy first.
Your treachery shall not go unpunished.
Where is he? Oh, there he is. Okay, at least we got one.
The enemy formation is crumbling.
Getting people off horse. It's funny how like the AI is very good at getting you off the horse, but getting enemies off the horse is wild sometimes.
I won't be denied next time.
Yeah, buddy.
There's another notch for my great axe.
I'll help you out. Help you out, Major. Sorry, Ma Chao, I am not ready for you yet. Don't worry, you're gonna wait your turn. I love how many units are on that. Like, I feel like 5 just had a really good. Obviously, the soldiers are not as like really as tough as they are in 4, but I do like how numerous they are. I feel like there's a good balance in this one. They can still cause you issues, but man, is it fun just tearing through all of them. I feel like once it got, well, I guess I'll give 6 credit a little bit too, but definitely past 6, I feel like you couldn't just go and like take out all the soldiers if you wanted to. Versus this one was like, there's still a lot of units, but you could go and just take them all out if you wanted to, for the most part. All right, who's left? Is it just Ma Chao? Yeah, he's screwed. But that's good. It gives me time to look for some boxes here. I'm going the wrong way. Okay, let's see. I highly doubt too that the my allies are going to take him out. Although I feel like in 5, your allies got a little bit better at taking out enemy officers if they fight them long enough. I feel like in 4, you could have like 10 allied officers fighting somebody and they would still just like stalemate forever. And then you'd go over there and the boss still had full health.
Good luck if you think you can break through our defenses.
I don't think it's that much better here, but I think it is better.
We must strive to be beautiful above all
John
else.
He and Xiao Yuan, I'm glad you guys have been sitting back, relaxing. Oh, all right. Gotten a few pickups. Just do another little loop through here. Oh, I'm gonna take this gate too. These guys are filtering through here.
Beautiful skill.
Thank you. Okay. I won't search this entire top again, but I'll kind of go around where I started. I don't think I really looked around there that well. Dynasty Warriors, I feel like, for me, has probably one of the best soundtracks of any gaming franchise I've ever played. Even the games where it might be like a little bit, ooh, yeah, I need that, slacking a little bit, still has just banger music. Something just pumps you up for fighting. All right, there's the item. Maybe I already picked up the weapon. I feel like I did hit a box over here with a weapon before. Yeah. All right, I'm satisfied with that. I can go fight Ma Chao. Practice my swing. Feels like I'm playing like polo. See, I wish I could just cross that, but that's okay. I guess I am gonna go through this entire northern area. Well, I was gonna say before too, I keep tinkering a little bit with the what do you call those things? The alerts or like follows and all that stuff. I don't know if I've quite gotten it figured out yet, but that'll be kind of be an ongoing battle. So kind of say it periodically. If I ever miss anybody that does that, I apologize if it doesn't come through. We'll figure it out though.
Protect Tonggate and all of Guanzhong. Leave my men out of this. Come and fight me. Crush all those that oppose.
Hey. Tell you what, on Xu Huang's playthrough, a lot of officers like to be amped up.
I'll never give in to the likes of you.
You bitch. Oh god, I'm so screwed if I miss this. Whew. I shouldn't have activated this right now, especially since he's just sitting there blocking everything. But actually, this might work out. Oh, you bitch. You would just pull that block out of your ass. I don't think it'll matter. There we go. Whew.
A worthy opponent.
It's like the last thing I need Ma Chao is to get an attack ×2 and then pull out his Musou Rage.
There's another notch for
Oh
my
shit, I
great
hope this wasn't a
axe.
weapon. Oh, I'll just pretend in my head that was a box of arrows. Then I won't feel as bad that I missed it.
Though I have defeated many of the regional lords of Guanzhong,
Those remaining shall
Gate's a
definitely
fun
cause
one,
us
though.
problems when we attempt to take the
I think
land.
Gate's pretty fun.
We must dispose of them now while we still can. Once we subdue Guanzhong,
Douglas Wright,
our
Cao Cao.
forthcoming strategy should be easier
I
to
miss your
develop.
voice.
Let us continue on the path
The best
to
Cao
unifying
Cao.
the land beneath our rule.
It'd be amazing if he came back for 10 whenever that happens. I guess I'm curious if they'll keep Cao Cao with kind of that younger look, like in Origins when they finally do a 10, or if they'll age him back up. Okay. Don't want any of those. Wasted effort.
A new bodyguard.
Kind of waiting for a Frost Mage bodyguard too. It's probably like one of my favorite bodyguards. Anything I can do to freeze my enemies, I will take.
Our victory at Tong Gate was brief, for Liu Bei established the land of Shu in the Yi province. The land is now divided into 3 between our lord, Liu Bei, and Sun Quan.
Sun Quan.
And now, Sun Quan has advanced his army on Hefei. Our defenses there are
Gotta appreciate this. I wouldn't say it's the last one. They still kind of mess up some stuff, but
difficult struggle.
mostly correctish pronunciation after this one.
However, I have trained for situations such as this. I shall overcome.
Kind of funny
this
how long it took them to actually like,
and
oh
lead
no,
the
it's actually
forces
pronounced
of
this.
Wei to victory.
But I feel like they also kind of messed up, and they definitely messed it up at Origins.
Performed magnificently at Guanzhong.
One of the things playing Origins that I hate, that after my first
might.
playthrough made me just switch it to
I want you to
Japanese and
demonstrate that
play with the
same valor against Wu.
OG cast, is I could not stand them saying Liu Bu. It's Liu Bu. Like, oh my gosh. Like, if I hear that pronunciation of his name one more time, I'm gonna throw my controller through the TV. Like, why can't you just say Lu Bu? And what's funny about it too is I remember when I took a Chinese class, there was a guy in my class that we had like Chinese names, you know, for the class, and a guy in my class wanted Lu Bu as his, I don't know the correct pronunciation, but Lu Bu Fengxian or whatever is like his thing. But it's like even in Mandarin, I'm pretty sure the LU with the 2 dots that Liu has is like a guttural like yu kind of thing. So it's like it's not even Liu. So I'm like, why are you like? It's literally in English. Let's speak English. It's like the easiest name to pronounce in this game. LUBU, and they can't even do that. I'm like, it just drove me up the wall. I couldn't do it. Sorry, that was a little weird tangent rant, but it's a weird. Yeah, gosh, I feel like we got so good with the voice acting as we pushed into 6, 7, and 8, and then it just tanked into the core of the earth with 9, and then kind of halfway dug itself out with Origins, but not quite. I'm like, 9 voices acting that ruined the English. I was ready to burn the game. How they pronounce the Soon family name, and Liu Bu as well. Yeah, dude, 9 is, I think the only time I've heard the English in 9 was when it first came out. I was first playing it, immediately switched that bitch to Japanese. I was like, nope. That's one good thing about these games playing in Japanese is most of those actors, I'm pretty sure, basically voice the characters from like 3 onward. They've been playing those characters forever. So they're, you know, especially when you play the later ones, they're very good at it. No. And it's just, I sometimes I like the consistency in their voices. It's like, I don't know. I feel like it's getting harder for me to play the Fae. Look at that one down there. Harder to listen to the English just because it's not the actors that I know and love from the series, you know? Because it's one thing, you know, you're playing at like 3 and 4 and 5, and a lot of actors are shifting, and 6, some start to shift a little more, and you know, there's always some that get replaced, but
Everyone,
4 and 5, especially in 5, oh, and then speaking of Zhang Liao too, Michael
My lord, the enemy is advancing.
Oh, what's
towards
his
the neutral
last
bases.
name? He's the voice actor for Zhang Liao in both of these.
This
What?
space belongs
Oh my gosh.
to Xu Huang.
I'm literally gonna get trapped here with my horror. You bastards. Coming to capture this base.
Successfully captured a base.
And now I don't get my horse. Alright, well, I guess I'm fighting all these guys. I heard that. So that kind of threw me off. Oh, no, his name escaping me, but Zhang Liao voice actor in 4 and 5. Roger Clark Smith is great in 6 through 8. Minus Extreme Legends, because he didn't do it. But not even he can top Zhang Liao in this game and in 4. That his voice is perfect in these games. I feel like Roger Clark Smith comes close, but it's still not quite there. Yes, Michael McConaughey. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. The best Zhang Liao, without question. He's actually probably one of the best like voices to character that's ever been in the series, in my opinion. I'd be curious to know why he wasn't called to do the voice in 6 onward. I wonder if he just didn't want to do it or it was too expensive. I don't know. Maybe not expensive because they've hired a lot of top-end voice actors to voice characters in this game. Not to say he couldn't be expensive. I'm sure he is, but I wonder if he just didn't want to do it. Tim Strauss, Sean was yes, Tim Strauss. For fun, I was kind of looking up the past today of like all the different games and who played who, because there's a few I remember on the top of my head, and I feel bad because some of them I don't remember that are also really good, but I did like this Xu Huang. I actually think Travis Willinghell, I forget his last name, that voices him in 6 and 7. I don't think he did a bad job either. I actually think I liked his voice over who took over in 7 and 8. I want to say Kyle Hebert did, but I don't think so. I don't think that's right. Maybe it is. But I think this was like my favorite voice for Xu Huang. It's like super intense. Well, I guess I'll take this horse for now. Probably clear up in a little bit. I'm gonna go help the center. But I think for me, like when Dynasty Warriors 10 happens, and honestly, I'd even hope this for Origins too if they do it. Probably more likely than 10, at least, you know, in the near future. Is I get it's probably like very unlikely that we'll ever get the majority of the 8 cast back and the OG cast back. There was an interview, and I can't remember the channel that he did it with now on the top of my head, but he interviewed like Terrence Stone and several other Dynasty Warriors voice actors, and I think Terrence Stone talked about how in 9 they literally were going to have them do it, and then they started going to rewrite the script or something, and then they just never called them back, and on next thing they know, a bunch of other people were voicing the characters. So it sounded like they were ready to do it, and they just never got, at least for Terrence Stone, never got a call to do it, which is wild to me. It's like, hey, we know you've been voicing this character forever and you're really good at it, but no. But you know, there's no guarantee they'll ever really come back, and maybe they won't even voice the same character like in Origins. But I just want them to be really good. Like, I just want them to fit the character, and I feel like they keep, at least since 9 and Origins, it's not that many games, but they just keep picking people that I just don't think fit the character very well. There's some that do, more so in Origins. I don't think in 9 any of them fit, personally, from what I can remember. But I think there are some good ones. Like, I actually liked the voice of Cao Cao, or that look of Cao Cao. I like Douglas Rai more, but I can appreciate the voice for the look of that character. Liu Bei, I also didn't mind on the top of my head.
Damn it!
Trying to think. I'm kind of playing through it again, laying in bed on the PlayStation. But I've switched it to Japanese. I haven't listened to the English really since I first played it. I remember not really liking Guan Yu's that much, unfortunately. Doug Stone voiced Shuju, Ganing, and Zhang Tiao. 3 different characters. Yeah, there's quite a few that voice like 2 or 3. Dude, Li Dian got crushed up there. By a bunch of like lieutenants, officers. I still think it's funny that like I always forget Terrence Stone voiced Taishi Si as well in 4. And I'm like, it's funny how like some of these guys, you know, you try to change your voice a little bit, but you're also like, Zhao Yun, is that you under there? Are you pretending to fight for Wu? But, you know, in Origins, one of the few they brought back, like Kyle Hebert, I don't know how, I'm probably mispronouncing his last name, who voiced like a million characters and like NPCs in that game. I'm like, you're a great voice actor. I love your Gohan and Dragon Ball. I don't think Lu Bu's a good fit for you. I don't think it fits.
Move to counterattack.
You know, but I'm also extremely biased because Jamison Price is so damn good as Lu Bu. I don't think anybody can really beat him. But we'll see. I would love it, dude. Can you imagine if they're like Dynasty Warriors 10 gets revealed and all of a sudden the original voice cast starts like, I say original, but the ones we all know and love start like talking in the trailer. Oh, it's Ganing, isn't it? Here is.
Is that one of ours?
I'd lose my mind if like the original voice actors came back. Closest we probably likely will get to that is if they just remake 4 and 5. Maybe 6. Or sorry, remaster. That's probably the closest we get.
All right. Sorry to keep you waiting. It's time to heat things up. And here I go.
I really like pre-6 Ganing. I don't like him as much in the newer ones. All right, let me get this gate.
Now,
and then I'm really going to have to go help that northern side because we're getting... we did get crushed up there.
For a good fight.
Too busy yapping. That's all right, though. As long as Cao Cao stays alive. Everybody else can fail me.
Uh-oh. Forget the ambush. Protect our master.
I want Dynasty Warriors 10 to stick to how Dynasty Warriors story mode was shown. I don't know what I really want for sure. Let's see. I think personally, I still would like them to build off Origins and have character-driven stories. And let me have like an overworld map, something similar where I can do side missions and side things and talk to people and like develop, really get a good in-depth like perspective with those characters. I guess the caveat too is like, I don't know if they could do the whole roster that way. And, you know, hey, they might cut some versus, you know, at least with 8, they tell a bigger story. You don't always get to play the character you want, but you get a selection of a few. There are officers all over the place up here. We're getting smoked. Probably is just going to be me by the end of this. Really gonna have to hurry and get Ganing though. Somehow.
Another notch for my great axe.
But I just hope whatever they do for 10, like whether you tell the story based on, dude, Ganing, chill fuck out.
Like you could ever stop me.
Sometimes I see these and I immediately press X thinking I'm gonna duel. Oh, he would do that. So glad I probably wasted most of this.
Are you serious? You don't stand a chance.
Yeah, I really hate Ganing in this mission. I forgot. Oh, holy shit. He does so much damage. Is your attack 2 ever going to go away? All right. We're so close. All perfect, do that. That's why I love freeze. That's why I love freeze. We're just gonna have to defend the shit out of Cao Cao right now, though.
There's another notch for my great axe.
Anyways, I think I cut myself off. Yeah, you know, if they would tell them by faction stories or character,
Follow their lead.
I just want them to keep being able to tell more deeper stories, like with Origins, where you just got so much more than we really thought we were gonna get, with where the ending point was, and they just did a really good job, I think, kind of fleshing that out a little bit. I think I just like to see that a little bit more with the character that I'm playing. You know,
Dare stand before me.
if that makes sense.
This battle is already
It would be crazy though. Like, I don't think Dynasty Warriors 10, if they do it that way, is going to have like 90 characters.
I can't
Whoa.
die here. Farewell.
Dude, we
There's another notch.
killed him really fast. That was embarrassing for
Time has
Taishisa.
come. All units, attack!
Has the time come? Because I'm pretty sure we're still getting curb stomped. All right, is there any? Okay, so the officers are down there. I'm hoping Cao Cao can handle these guys. Like, for example, Shu Story can start how Liu Bei meets Guan Yu and Zhang Fei in Dynasty Warriors 10. Yeah, I'd like to see a little more like, you know, it's funny because I think in the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, I forget exactly how they kind of meet up, but I'm pretty sure they're just like at a town or some shit, and they all kind of just like,
The enemy is strong. Proceed with caution.
oh, what is it now? Maybe I should just shut my mouth. Can't remember, but they the way they meet and the way they end up just becoming like sworn brothers to me, it's like, oh, you guys also want to fight the Yellow Turbans? We're sworn brothers now. I'm like, okay. But it'd be interesting if they would tell the story more closely to the book in some aspects. Like, I don't think they'll do this, but if they're like, no, we're really gonna show how much of an asshole Zhang Fei was and how he mistreated his troops, and we're gonna show how Guan Yu was just like even more arrogant and also didn't really treat his troops that well, so that when they get killed in Fawn Castle, you kind of like, yeah, you probably deserve that. But they probably won't do that because I think they're gonna want those characters to still be like, I don't think they're going to want to diminish them, if that makes sense. I don't think they'll really touch that or go that way. But I think it'd be cool. Or if they tell it from like Wu's perspective, they kind of like, from their perspective, that's, you know, the soldiers who betray them, whatever, talk about how like it's horrible they were. Because I feel like in a lot of the games when they're like, talk about Zhang Fei being killed by his own men, it kind of just, oh yeah, his troops are traitors and that's it. Versus like, well, they really hated him because he beat the shit out of them all the time.
Pick up the pace. Don't
Was not
fall
a nice
behind.
person. But I also want like even deeper hypotheticals. And I think if they do like the overworld, kind of like Origins and stuff, they can play with like a really long hypothetical story that carries through, but then also like even in that hypothetical has even additional things you can do. I think 8 did a good job with hypotheticals. I just want them to go even further. Because it's always fun when it's like, oh, what happened if Cao Cao died later and he didn't get sick? Oh, what if Guan Yu did survive Fawn Castle? You know, which we've seen that stuff before, but that stuff's always fun because for me, the Three Kingdoms period gets less interesting. Like this whole Dynasty Warriors, Romance 3, it gets a little bit less interesting for me once it gets past Fawn Castle. Ealing, maybe a little bit further than that, around like maybe 230-ish AD. It's like all the characters I really like and know they're all dead or they're about to die, and I don't really like a lot of the remainder that's left. And at least in the games, they haven't really made them, they're either not unique yet, or the ones that are unique, I just don't find them very interesting. but it's also like it's hard to compete with the era of Lu Bu and Zhao Yun and Cao Cao and Huang Yu, and then once they're all out of the picture, it's like, I don't really care about Jin, you know. I'd like a hypothetical where I could just cut them out completely.
You win, and some battles you lose.
I'm like, nah, don't really like them. Don't really need them.
We mustn't let them steal all of the glory.
I kind of like these older ones where it's just like, yeah, either Wei wins, Xu wins, or Wu wins. And I feel like in the later ones, it's like, no, none of them win. I don't know, that's just me talking shit. Talking shit on the Jinsters. Minus like Sima Yi. There's a couple in there that I like, but most of Jin I don't really like. There's a few that I could like, I just don't like the way they're designed or like their weapon. Like Deng Ai was one that I thought was cool looking, but I hate his stupid lance thing. So I'm like, don't like him. I think Wen Yang's cool because he's like a fusion of Zhao Yun and Ma Chao. I thought he was kind of cool. It's kind of tragic too, because it's like, I think he dies way later. Like, I think Jin's already conquered the land basically, but I think he gets accused of like being a traitor, falsely accused, and him and his whole family get executed. And you're like, damn. Well, that sucks for you. Wow, I forgot how much damage the towers do in this. I'm gonna go take this and get the health in it. Wang Yuanji, Wen Yang, Sima brothers were my favorites. A lot of people like Sima Zhao. I don't really like him that much. I like his sword. I just don't like the way he's designed. I think I like his character. I think I just don't like the way he's designed. I think I just don't like his look. Sima Shi, really like that character. I think he's badass. It's just a shame he's just... It's like... I don't know what it is about a lot of the cool characters in Three Kingdoms. They get axed really early. Illness or something or injury. They just die. You're like, son of a bitch. Wang Yuanji's cool. I just don't really like the daggers. Every time I play 8 and I'm throwing the daggers, it just feels not great. But it's hard. I don't think it's possible to dislike her. This character. For totally non-obvious reasons. Trying to think who else in Jin. I actually, what's his name? Xia Chong, something like that. He kind of grew on me. He's kind of a goofy looking dude, but I think that's part of just 8 making him look goofy. But throwing axes weren't bad. I was surprised at how much I actually did like them. Tell you what, we turned this fight around. Cao Cao better give me a raise for this shit. You thought Zhang Liao was supposed to be the hero of this battle? I don't think so. When Zhang Liao gets near 700 kills, he can come talk to me. Is he even still alive? Oh, yeah, well, at least he's still alive. Hiding in the back. Trying to think. I know we've talked before. Shu's my all-time favorite kingdom. I just like the design of their officers a bit more. Just had more of my favorite characters. Wei's a close second than Wu of the big 3. If we're throwing Lu Bu in there, he would be after Xu. And then a lot of the like non-Mon Yuan Shao, they're kind of below all of them. Although they probably could make a cool non-Mon campaign if they really wanted to. Although I would have to be Zhurong the whole time because I don't want to be Minhua. Unless they add some new uniques. But let's face it, that'd still be Zhurong. Oh shit. I actually don't mind Sun Quan's design in this game. Sun Quan's always been one where I'm kind of hit or miss with his designs. I think in 9 he looked really good.
Break through the enemy lines and overrun them.
I haven't played him in 9, but design-wise, I really like it. I'm like, okay, now you're actually kind of looking badass. Double freeze. Hell yeah. I hope he freeze. Oh, shit's like if I could freeze him again, that'd be awesome. In this right now. That works too. Let's launch him 50 miles into the air. That'll work.
Time to retreat.
There's another
See you,
notch
Chuen.
for my great axe.
Until next we meet. I also miss his axe in these ones because they weren't ginormous. Like, he definitely gets like a big ass axe, but it's not the size of like a small village.
That is the beauty of strategy.
I don't really like his moveset in 8 very much. It's kind of cool that he grabs people with it, but I also don't really like it at the same time.
Allowed some time for our current wounds to heal.
Just a little weird. I wasn't really looking for shit as much as I should. Ooh. Oh, this is so much better. It's medium. Oh, shit. This one's light. Oh, hell yes, dude. Oh, we're gonna be stomping shit. He's got a light one. I don't think I'll get the super armor, but I don't need it. I'll be swinging that bad boy around. Wish Origins should give us more companions, at least fight. Yeah, I would like more companions in that game, but I'm also like, I don't know. If I can only play them for like 5 seconds, I don't really need them anyways. I was hoping with the DLC they would patch it or do an update where it's like, hey, we're gonna let you play with them longer and we're gonna make sure their bar charges up quicker, or some option of like, hey, would you rather play with them more but they're not as powerful, or it takes longer to get them but they're like a super, you know, crazy buffed character. Then that would be cool. But there were so many battles where it's like, cool, Guan Yu's my companion, I've already beat the mission and I still didn't get a chance to use him. I'm like, I don't know. I don't really like the companions part in that game, other than it's pretty badass when they do show up and like blow up the whole area. That's cool as shit. But I just wish they could have been played more. But having more options though, it doesn't hurt. It definitely would be better than not. I just wish you could have actually played them.
To fight his lord's enemies, whomever they may be.
Because it's like, let's say you add
old friends. Guan Yu,
I don't know, talk about that. Let's say Xu Huang. I'm pretty sure he's not a companion. Let's say he's a companion. It's like, oh, this is cool. Can't wait to never play him. I get to look at him the whole time. That would just be frustrating. So I hope they fix that in Origins too if they do it. Just rework it a little bit.
He can fulfill his duties for our lord, who is far away in Shu.
Because I think I'd rather them not be as crazy powerful if I can play with them more.
The enemy commander is Guan Yu. He is likely to
On
try
Castle.
and use the rain in his attack against us.
I think it's the last
Focus
one.
on holding your position and striking only when the time is right.
I think it's the last one, and then do some tier list.
The Wu forces
Yap
will
about
be joining up shortly.
all the games,
I'm
even
relying
more.
on you more than ever, Xu Huang. The constant honing of your skills shall pay off in the
I like
battle
Sima Yi in
against
this one
Guan
too.
Yu.
I remember playing Sima Yi a lot in this game. I liked him a lot in this and in 6.
Wu is begging for our help. So they fear Guan Yu that much.
Wu is big. Wu, you bunch of filthy traitors. No mercy for Wu.
This time, nobody can stop us. Not even you.
All right, well, why am I alone down here? I guess they just decided I need my ass surrounded. Yeah, I guess Shilicia has Frost. Ooh, wait. Yeah, there we go. Defense is a bit less, but this has more stuff and it's light, so we're gonna give that a whirl. I bet it's gonna be awesome. That's not what I was looking for. Although, in theory, Liao Hua, dude, the fact that Liao Hua, dude, he's literally there from like the Yellow Turban all the way to like the Jin Dynasty. Like, this dude lives forever. He's probably the longest living guy in this whole time period, and I hope he's unique in 10, but only if they make him cool. If they make him a clown, then I'll be pissed.
We must hold out until the reinforcements get here.
Let's see what we can do here.
I am, everyone.
Ooh, yeah, baby. This is so much better. I feel like I'm playing in turbo mode. Can you imagine somebody swinging an axe like this that fast at you? I'd be like, I'm done. Not gonna try. Yeah, he's very deserving of a spot. But I'm actually very surprised they never made him unique yet. He seems like an incredibly obvious choice. It may partially because maybe he doesn't, I don't know his history of like really significant things that he's done. But I mean, they've added so many characters that never did anything or are completely made up, you know, or they just have a very small, you know, effect on everything. But he's a cool character that they could make that you would literally play with him like forever. He'd have a huge campaign. And it'd be cool to get his perspective. Like, he's seen the Yellow Turban. I think he was a Yellow Turban. Which makes sense with Joseon. All the way seeing through Xu, its height, its fall, its downfall, dealing with Jin. Like, there's so much that he's like seen. I think they could tell a really cool story with his perspective. Dude, he should have been the main character of Origins, man. It should have just been him. He should have been John Dynasty. Speaking of Joseon,
Show no mercy.
makes sense they're together. Oh, it froze your ass before you did that. Oh yeah,
It's over already.
this is much better.
There's another notch for my great axe.
Let's see here. Let me. Not too worried about weapons now, but let me close these gates. Level up Baxter after Fun Castle. The daring rescue and escape. And Xu lost Jing province. Shit, I'm just gonna pause for a second and read that. But Xu lost Jing province and his commander Guan Yu was executed. Liu Hua was captured by Eastern Wu. He brilliantly feigned his own death to trick his captors, enabling him to escape across the border with his elderly mother and successfully reunite. That's pretty badass. Literally like a POW that has to escape on his own. Yeah, that's pretty badass. Saying he's probably an incredibly badass character. On top of that, he seems like it seems like he's fought, at least in the game sense too. He's fought in a lot of battles and makes it through. I wonder what other like generals think about him, like Cao Cao, or like if he's even somebody that's they're like concerned with. They're like, how are you still alive? Aren't you like 300 years old? No. I keep meaning to also pay attention to some of these like generic officers and be like, oh yeah, that's the name that. There are some names that come come up that I'm like, oh, this character could be unique too. I think Xu Huang is another one that could be unique. I probably would have preferred him over like Cao Shu or something, but it'd be what it be.
Enemy spotted upstream by the river.
The river. Could they be planning a water attack?
Are we supposed to be doing a water attack on Guan Yu?
Damn it! I can't hold up.
Actually,
Try and take the base. Stop
Dude.
them.
not leave until I take this base. But I also wanted to get up there for the water attack. I completely forgot about that. Say we're on red hair. If I can get through this gate, see if I can make it up there. I feel like this is gonna happen fast. Oh, you know what I also want to see them do in like Dynasty Warriors 10 or something? I want them to like actually give an ending to Diao Chan and not just have her disappear. Like either execute her with Lu Bu or have her join, like, yeah, like have some type of ending of where she is. Because they always leave it very like, yeah, who knows? Oh my gosh. I think Guan Ping literally blocked every single thing I've done since I've been in here. And kid, you're starting to piss me off. Shit. Oh, that guard, dude. So yeah, saving the soldier still in this game can really fuck you up. Mainly, they set you up for the officers. Speaking of which, where's my bodyguard? She's getting a pay decrease. She's supposed to be out here shooting ice bullets.
You were alone?
You gotta be shitting me, dude.
Long for death.
I'm so dead. Oh, I see bean buns. Mung Da, get away from me. You've got to be kidding me.
The river's gonna overflow any second now.
I'm literally trying my ass off on this. It's not my fault that this asshole showed up at the very end.
Witness my strength. Fail to live up to my fire. There's another notch for
Well,
my
I don't know if we
great
can
axe.
stop it, but... Oh, yes, it has been thwarted. Oh, shit. All right, that was worth it. I definitely am asking for a pay increase.
And there's another notch for my great axe.
Their strategy has failed. All units counterattack.
Okay. Think of that Xiang Yong, apparently he was Liu Bei's first Stratus. I don't know much about him either. Obviously, other than what you just told me. I guess they could. I feel like with Xu, they probably move away from more strategists. Especially with Zhuge Liang and Peng Tong. And then they added, what's his name? Xu Shu.
This battle is far from over. Hold your position.
I don't know how much they'd... I feel like all the strategists... well, Peng Tong does do a little bit, but he just gets killed pretty early. Which the hypothetical is kind of fun where you get to save him.
Trying to take the base. Stop them.
I feel like they just all get overshadowed by Zhuge Liang. Same thing with Wei. It's like... I could be these other strategists, but Sima Yi's there. You know, Guo Qia's pretty cool. I don't know, strategists are weird. It's not like, you know, I mean, you add other spear fighters and they can be just fine, but I don't know why I'm chasing that guy. I don't know. I feel like strategists are probably not as appealing as some of those characters are either. But I think it's going to be interesting to see what they do with any unique characters. Because I don't think 10's going to have like a 90 character roster. I think people are going to get cut. You know, they might still look unique, but I don't know if they'll be playable. Which I'm okay if they cut the roster if we get really cool story for the characters that are there. And I honestly would be totally fine buying a DLC pack that's like, here's a Yellow Turban pack that adds all these characters from the Yellow Turbans with their own unique story, instead of waiting like a million years for Dynasty Warriors 11. But I don't know.
Good luck if you
I just feel like maybe introducing new characters could be done through DLC if 10 is really good. Let's say if 10 comes out and it's freaking awesome. And it's like, yeah, let's just keep supporting this and we'll add new stories with new characters and, you know, flesh it out that way and kind of build it back up. I don't know. I'm sure some people would be like, I don't like, you couldn't oh, Zhang He is now a DLC character. Like, you can't do that. Like, you have to, the base game has to have the people we already have and know, but have DLC packs be completely new characters. Obviously, you get a few in the base game. You'd still get a few uniques, but then additional on top of that. That's probably the way I think about doing it. Because I don't want it to be like where, you know, all the unique characters are DLC, but being able to continue support it, like,
How embarrassing to call for help from Wu.
yeah, here's a pack of, you know, 3 additional Yellow Turban characters or Yuan Chao faction characters, whatever, and then, you know, they have their own cool stories and stuff. I think it'd be kind of cool. You know, I never played 2. One of the games I've wanted to play is Dynasty Warriors 7 Empires. I've never really played much of the Empires. I've been recently playing 6 Empires a little bit. And I did play 9 Empires a little bit too. But they were never really my thing. But apparently in 7 Empires, you could like make unique officers and then replace them. Like, I could make Fu Shiren as a unique character through my character creator and then substitute him in for the generic NPC so he shows up looking like how I made him. I think that's cool as shit. I was like, that should be like a feature you can do in any game. Dude, why is Fu Shiren a piece of shit right now? You're harder than Guan Ping, dude, and you're supposed to be a traitor. Like, I don't know why you're fighting so hard for Guan Yu right now.
It's over already.
I know how this story goes. I wonder if Mi Feng will rebel now. Brother! Zhang Fei, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to be murdered right now.
Now, all units move to counterattack.
I'm pretty sure you're dead. Of course, hopefully he just leaves Guan Yu's side. Otherwise, that's going to be a pain in the ass to fight both of them together.
Our base has fallen to the enemy.
But we can surround him.
Listen, you do not require strategy.
Oh, you know, speaking of strategists, though, I think if they wanted to flesh out Dong Zhuo's, like, faction character, what is it, like Li Ru? Again, I think Li Ru would be cool. They're not strategists, but Guo Si, Li Jue, you know, the big, like, the number 2 and 3 warriors under Lu Bu, or behind Lu Bu, I think would be cool. I think they need to redesign Washang or turn him back into a generic officer. Like you can't leave Washang like that. You just can't. And they designed him in 9 and they basically left him the exact same in Origins. I'm like, guys, come on. I get he doesn't have a huge role, but he is kind of iconic. But I think I think he was cooler just being a amped up generic. Take that back, thank you. Gotta get rid of. Oh, there's. Speak of the devil. Dude, where's my Musou rage? Might go see if I can find one before I get my ass kicked, or I'm gonna need Panjang to help me, and he ran away like a bitch, son of a bitch. Luckily, I get a little more defense with this weapon.
Here's the enemy lines are crumbling.
I'm pretty sure the actor that voiced Zhang Fei, I mean, it's been a long time. In this game and in 4, I believe he passed away in 2006. Might have been shortly after this game came out. I can't remember when this game came out now, but I think he, I wonder if they would have kept him had he not, or if they would have replaced him anyways. I think he does a pretty good job. I do like Guan Yu in this one too, and I'm not 100% sure if you're a Naruto fan. I don't know if he is the same voice actor as Itachi, or he sounds really close to him.
Forgive me.
Wow, we did beat his ass, and I'm incredibly grateful.
Another notch for my great axe.
All right, who's left? I think just Guan Yu. Yeah, so I think he died like a year later. From what I was reading when I was looking at the cast, which got me thinking, yeah, if he, because originally I was like, because I went down the rabbit hole of Michael McConaughey, like, oh, why didn't he continue voicing Zhang Liao? And I couldn't find anything, but I was like, man, it would have been amazing if he stayed with it, because it's like I was thinking too, because when you listen to the voice lines of Roger Craig Smith, you're like, oh, this is really good. And then you listen to Michael, and you're like, "Wow, this is way better." Like it's just better. I gotta. Yeah, Bob Pattenbrook. Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, he did a great job. All right, Guan Yu. This is where we settle this. Kind of realized I haven't been riding red hair.
Defend yourself.
I love how his weapon looks so tiny, the way he holds it. I mean, it is smaller than later games, but I'm like, it looks like you're holding a little tiny stick.
I'm glad to see you came.
You're a good friend.
Yeah.
But as an
I think his name's
opponent
David B.
of Wei,
Mitchell, who
you're
does
also
Guan
my
Yu and
enemy.
Liu Bei and 6 onward. I do really like his Guan Yu. It's my favorite Guan Yu, but this one's right up there. A little bit below it, but
Fair enough. Then let us express our mutual respect through battle.
wow, there's
And
something
as
about this
true
one,
friends,
this Guan Yu.
provide each other a real challenge.
See, I like this, like, I'm gonna save state here so I don't have to say it. I like the dialogue with Guan Yu and Xu Huang, that they have kind of a respectful, like, friendly rivalry. And then with Xiahou Dun, it's just like, no, I hate you. And I'm gonna go kill you. I like with Xu Huang, it's like, yeah, 2 good warriors that just want to fight with honor, and may the best man win. Take out these gates. I do like, because I've been replaying 7 on the PS3. I think I may have mentioned that before. And I finished Wei's story, because I haven't played the story in that in a long time. And it doesn't really, I don't like the way it runs on the emulator, so I just popped it back in on the PS3 with some, like, upscaling USB thing, or HDMI thing. It looks, yeah, ooh, I'm going to take that axe, fair enough. But I do like Xiahou Dun's ending there of, like, wanting to kill Guan Yu for Cao Cao and stuff, but and just how much he just doesn't like him. But I do like Xu Huang's kind of more respect as a warrior. attitude.
Crush them beneath us.
Dude, he's got 2 health bars. What an asshole.
Let our blades do the talking.
Oh, you bitch. Guan Yu. Okay, I'm gonna get this horse's ass out of my face. Yeah, Xu Huang's got some like beefy enemies in his playthrough, man. I feel like with Ma Chao's, it was not like this. Xu Huang's got to beat the big boys.
Crush all those that oppose us.
Oh, come on, dude. I hate when enemies just block constantly. I'm like, I'm okay with you blocking some. Makes sense. You should block some. But when it's just like block, I'm like, dude, I'd rather you Musou out of it and beat my ass than just block. Hearing that blocking sound over and over again, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get you.
I will forever fight for my brother's ambition.
All right, let's see if we can keep him juggled. Yujin, Cao Ren, thank you. We're gonna keep him juggled and don't let him attack with that shit. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh no, we're gonna mess him up. Where'd he go? I love when all of your allies completely surround him. It makes me feel like I'm playing Dynasty Warriors 4 as one of the NPCs. And Guan Yu's the player right now. Oh, nope. Oh shit. That is not good at all. Oh, that's not good. Okay. Can I charge up my Musou? I think Cao Ren and Yujin can keep him occupied. I protect myself here. All right, they're putting in work. Okay. I was like, if I don't get that, they kind of deserved it just as much as I did.
Your skills are impressive. Though I have failed as a warrior, this is a glorious end.
You know what's funny with Guan Yu?
Farewell.
Is when I first played Dynasty Warriors, I really did not like that character very much. It wasn't until later games, honestly, probably like 6 and after, where I was like, okay, I actually really like Guan Yu. 7 for sure, because I love the cutscenes with him, and I like the way that he looked in 7. I was like, oh, this character's badass. But I originally didn't really like him that much. And now it's like one of my favorite Xu characters.
With this, we have managed to remove yet another obstacle in our Lord's path. I shall continue to serve loyally and fulfill my duties until an end is brought to this chaos.
I think in 4 too, if I remember correctly, when I first played it, I always played Liu Bei. Oh, 19. Hell yeah, dude. It's gonna be great to have for the next playthrough. We did it. We did it. Xu Huang has plenty of notches on his great
of the year 200 AD when the Han Dynasty saw its end.
I'm honestly gonna kind of skip this. I feel like a lot of it's the same, minus a little bit, but I think it's worth it. He's got his nice axe there.
The chaos. It continues yet. I still have so far to go. In order to bring peace to the land, I must become even stronger.
But so far, I do think this is the coolest Xu Huang ever was.
Not rest. Not until my destiny is fulfilled.
I think Dynasty Warriors 5 Xu Huang is peak Xu Huang. All right, let's do this. Let me get loaded in. We won't do a match. Let me get it set up for I think Sun Xian for Wu. Let me look at the characters. I'll see if I change my mind. So we have Shu Dun, Wei Dun, Wu. Then we'll go to Lu Bu. Let's see here. Taishi Se could be persuaded. I normally, so I'm not, I don't want to do Zhou Tai or Zhou Yu's because I always do them first. They're like my favorite ones, so I'm kind of trying to choose one that's not them. So I'm thinking, let me know what you guys think. I'm thinking maybe Sun Xian, Taishi Se, even Sun Ce, honestly, because I don't really play Sun Ce much. Yeah, maybe one of those three first. Eventually, we'll get to them all. But I think first it's a toss-up between them. Taishi Se. Yeah, the only thing with Taishi Se I don't like, that I've never been a fan of, is I don't like the twin rods. Not an issue not playing him because of that, but he definitely has my least favorite weapon of those three. Coffee Run, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry again. Hey, I do see it pop up though. I can't hear it, but I do see it pop up, so that's nice. Sorry the audio doesn't work on that, but at least it shows up. You like that? Well, we'll do Taishi Se then. If that's your suggestion and your vote, and right now yours is the one that matters. So yeah, we'll load it up with Taishi Se. We'll do that first. Probably should start doing these on hard now that we're getting some good items, but we'll see. Maybe I'll save that for the second character runs in the factions.
I am Taishi Chi.
Oh, it's still Terran Stone in this one.
These lands of Wu,
yeah.
but a man known as Sun Ce
I thought he changed in this one, but no, it's still Terran Stone. It's so funny.
The enemy is spread all around us.
It just sounds like evil Moon Petal. Hello.
I know.
Sounds like evil Zhao Yun.
I must go and destroy them all. I hear that the enemy leader Sun Ce is very brave, and that he has a certain natural appeal that wins over anyone he meets. I must go and see if these rumors.
I'm trying to think how you feel about Terran Stone as Taishi Se. He's definitely a better fit for Zhao Yun. I feel like there's a reasonable replacement to have Taishi Se swapped out. He sounds too much like Zhao Yun. He has 2 items though. Oh, dude, we're gonna wreck people this first one. I can't wait. Okay. Ooh, I kind of want to look. I guess I'd have to go back. I kind of want to see what his other models were, but that's okay. All right, let me save state it here, because that's probably where I'm gonna save it for Sunday night. Wait, Sunday night? Yeah, not Saturday night. Yeah, probably Sunday night. We'll pick up on Taishi Se. I think there. So let me move this over. Let's get into our tier list, to my ranking. Maybe I'll carve this up and make it a video too. I've kind of been moving away from wanting to do videos a lot because I'm not very good at editing, and when I make videos, it's a lot of work, and I don't think it always pays off the best. But for those type of videos, I think it's fun to just carve up and make it a little bit easier to have set aside. The way I'm gonna do it, just off stream, it's like takes 2 seconds to edit and post it in its own video. Let's see here. Let me move this out of the way. Let me get this switched over. I love when I minimize it too. It cuts back to like some random, I don't know if it shows the same on your screen, but some random clip at like the beginning of the stream. That's funny. Let me pull this up. I'm just using like a one of those tier list maker website things. I just end up using that. Let me lower the desktop audio. Maybe I'll tell me if the music is too loud while I'm talking. I'll lower it a little bit so we still get a little bit of that Dynasty Warriors music in the background. Hopefully it doesn't come out too loud. And then let me do this. This should, there we go. It should show the tier list now. Let's see here. Let me blow this up. I think it's this key. Haha. There we go. Make it a little bit bigger. I wish I could get rid of this ad thing too on the bottom. That works. So the way I'm going to do this, because I don't necessarily want to do a ranking of like, this is S tier, this is A tier, this is B tier. Because obviously everybody has their different opinion on that. Which I have some that I think are S tier, whatever. And I might do a tier list that way one day. But there are also a couple of mainline games that I haven't really played much. I don't think I can do it a fair justice on a classification. Namely 2 and 3. 2 and 3, I'm just going to put them right here for right now, side by side. 2 and 3 are ones I have put very little time into. 3 I was going to do a full playthrough of it. I did a couple of missions with Lubu in Extreme Legends. And I decided I wanted to wait until the remaster came out, because I wanted to kind of play it for the first time that way and be surprised of what's going to happen and how the battles are and everything, and kind of go in as blind as I can. But I will probably come back to the original once that is done, or at least I played that a lot, and then see what the original was like. So I'll probably do another tier list after that has this better placed. Same with maybe a lot of the more Extremes Legends content, because in this, with the exception of one game, as we're going to be talking about the base game, with the exception of 8, I feel like 8, I have to do it with the Extreme Legends, because that's the one I played really the most, and that's like the one that everybody plays nowadays. Not going to do Empires games or the spin-off games in this one. I haven't even played like Dynasty Warriors DS. I don't think I've ever even seen that. It's funny that they throw the original Dynasty Warriors fighting game in this, which I'm pretty sure to the Japanese is not even part of the same series. Hence why we are a number ahead and they're not. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I don't even know what this one is. Dynasty Warriors Advance. I don't think I've seen that one either. But yeah, we're just going to kind of go through in numerical order from 2 through... Well, I am going to throw Origins in there, because even though it is not a mainline, like, numbered title, the president, I don't know what you call it, of Koei, or sorry, Omega Force, basically says it's a mainline game. It's just not a numbered 10. And there could be a number 10, but he considers a mainline title, so we're going to throw that in there. So we'll start with, and again, these are ranked just from 1 through 10. It's my personal opinion, of just 1 being this is the one I would play the most, this is the one I like the most, to 10 being either I like it the least, or I've played it the least, or don't care to really play it as much as it goes down the list, if that makes sense. So I get some of the stuff that's going to be in here is not going to be where you would put it. But please feel free to let me know. And then if you're seeing this after it's posted and it's not live, let me know in the comments what yours are, because I've seen a lot of tier lists on Dynasty Wars, and everybody's is there's a lot that are similar. I think my number 1 is going to be very similar to a lot of people's number 1, but I think there will be some differences that it's always fun to see what people what they like, what's their favorite versus what they didn't like. That might be your favorite, So we'll start with 10, obviously. 10, I'm going to put Dynasty Warriors 2. With 2, like I said, the last time I played Dynasty Warriors 2 was when I accidentally rented it as a kid thinking it was 4. I remember coming home and telling my brother, like, hey, I'm playing Dynasty Warriors. It's like your favorite game. He's like, this isn't Dynasty Warriors 4. I'm like, yes, it is. No, it was not. I was like, it's like, no wonder it's playing a lot different than I remember it being. But I feel like with 2, I just genuinely don't have any interest in going back and playing it. Like, I respect the title for what it is. That really kind of, it's like it is kind of the tech demo of this whole series. And because of it, we got all of these greater, you know, in my opinion, greater experiences later. And it's turned into this huge genre of spin-offs and all kinds of stuff. So I respect it for what it is, but it's just not one, like I might play it on stream for fun just to like go check it out again and see what it's like, but it's not one that I would ever want to really go back to and play when I could play literally any of the other ones. So I can't talk too much about the gameplay of it or anything like that because I don't remember. I do remember it kind of being pretty hard, at least harder than 4 from what I remember as a kid. Maybe it actually isn't, but I remember it being. But yeah, that's going to be that one on Dynasty Warriors 2. Now, the next on the list, where is it at, is going to be Dynasty Warriors 9. 9 for 9. And I kind of got, you know, thinking about this tier list, I've actually kind of gone back on it a little bit as I've kind of thought about it more. I actually did have this a little bit higher. And I'll be honest with you, maybe I should just do this here and we'll talk about them both, because for me, Dynasty Warriors 3 is going to be just above it. Again, doesn't mean it's a bad game. Okay, it's just I don't have the experience with it. In fact, like if I was doing a ranking S tier, A tier, whatever, like it would have to be at the near the top, even if I hadn't played it. Like it's very similar. Well, I haven't played all of it, but it's similar enough that it, you know, this is like one of the biggest games, right, of the whole series. But for me, we'll talk about 8 in a minute, but we'll talk about 9. 9 I originally had over 3 simply because I've gone back and I've played 9 more. But if it wasn't for the remaster of 3, I probably would be going back to 3 and checking it out and not really playing 9 as much. Because right now I'm kind of dabbling in 9. I'm going back and playing through some of the character stories. But man, dude, 9's got a lot of issues. It's got a lot of issues. It's kind of like being a dead horse now. I kind of feel bad because I feel like 9 is just like constantly gets beat and then like thrown back in a closet and then brought out every now and then and beat some more and then thrown back in the closet, even by Koei Tecmo. Like even Warriors Abyss didn't use Dynasty Warriors 9's designs. They went to 8 designs for the base characters. They're like, nah, 9 doesn't exist. 9 never happened. You know, the open world I don't think fit very well. I think it could have. I think there's probably a way that it could have worked. I just don't think it was implemented well. And so many weird choices too. Like the grappling hook comes to mind where it's like, here, go do this siege, but you can just grapple over it and just take out the one guy anyways. And I feel like a lot of the game is basically run over here, fast travel over here, jump this wall, kill this guy, rinse and repeat. And there's not really a challenge to it. It doesn't, like, you have that weird Y button press. I don't know what they call it in the game, where you basically just insta-kill almost everybody. Lubu is probably the weakest he's ever been in any game in 9. He's a complete joke. I don't mind the combat per se. You know, kind of similar with 6, they kind of changed it up a little bit, and you kind of had skill buttons that did different things. Again, I don't know what you technically call in that game, but it was a really weird choice. But I didn't hate it. I still actually had fun with the combat. It just was really, really disappointingly easy, where I almost feel like, I don't know, 8 was fairly easy as well, and we'll talk about when we get to 8, but 9 was just a weird one in that regard. It just never felt fun to actually play through. Like there's no mission structure as far as like, hey, here's a map for this battle. Everything kind of felt the same. It just felt like there wasn't a lot of variety and interesting things that happened during the open world. And I felt no need to explore or do anything in the open world. I didn't really care to. And there were some times where I would go and explore and do stuff, and then my leader was dead. I would just get a defeat thing. I'm like, wait, I thought I was supposed to go explore and find stuff, and my leader's dead. Like, I didn't get a notification, I'm pretty sure, that he was dying. And I don't think you actually get, like, high-level weapons for doing, like, there's no, like, level 5 weapon or whatever for doing this cool challenge. I'm pretty sure you just buy it all in the store or, like, go and hunt shit. It just wasn't, it didn't feel like there was a lot to do. There was also no costumes, really, outside of the ones they released for DLC for some characters, but it's like, I'd have loved to have seen the Dynasty Warriors 8 outfits and 7 and 6, 5 in that. Because the one thing I do like about 9 that I keep coming back to is because I like the models for a lot of the characters. 9 has some of my favorite. There's some that are not good, but 9 has a lot of some of my favorite designs for the characters. At that point, when this game came out, that the series has ever had. Origins for some of the characters has topped that. But 9 was like, man, I thought a lot of the characters were really cool. I think I mentioned in the Xu Huang's playthrough Musou that Sun Quan was a character I really liked the design of in 9, and I usually don't like his design pretty much at all. But 9 is just one I kind of go back to every now and then, but I'd rather probably play any other one beyond that. So, sorry, that's kind of a lot of stuff with 9. I'll try to make it a little bit quicker. I don't want to talk too much about every game. This will be a huge section. But and it's like, yeah, it's kind of like beating a dead horse now. It's kind of going to die now. Number 8, yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3. Like I said, not much I can talk about it here. This one is really what set the stage going forward. It took everything from 2 and made it better. And that's funny. That's next level better. Gordon Ramsay in the top right or whatever. But yeah, it kind of took it to the next level, and everything, it created a lot of the staples that came after. I think it's a well-beloved game, well-respected, and the matches I did do with Lubu were fun. I don't like that you get thrown off your horse when you jump on a random horse, though. That's new to me. I'm like, oh, I can't ride these horses. Huh. So I'll have to figure out, later in the original why that is or how you stop that. But that was interesting. But yeah, it's just a game I haven't played much yet. And so this game has a potential for going higher on my personal list of games I like to play. But right now, it's kind of being in reserve. I can already tell from what I did play, I would put it over 9 or 2. But I think the rest of this list are games that I would kind of play a little bit more. Number 7, funny, some of these are lining up with their own number. I put Dynasty Warriors 7. The reason I put Dynasty Warriors 7 is, again, I'm kind of replaying it again, and because I haven't played it in a long time. There's a lot of 7 I don't like. I mean, 7 doesn't have free mode, which is a big negative for me. Free mode, I think, is like a staple that should be in every Dynasty Warriors and wasn't in here. I think that they had like what's called Conquest. Maybe it's Legend mode or Conquest. And I haven't done that yet again recently. To get a refresher on it, but I remember when I first played it when I was younger, I did not like it that much. I didn't find it that interesting. And really the thing that makes me like 7 a lot is I really like mostly how the story's told. There's some things that I think I don't, it could be better, but I really like the cinematics, and I really like going through the story mode in this game. And even though I feel like 7 doesn't have a lot of replayability for me overall, I think it's something that I do like going back to and playing through the story. I will like going back to play through the story again every now and then. Like I said, I'm doing it right now, and I'll probably do it again at some other point. But I'm going to check out the Extreme Legends portions, and I'm going to try Conquest mode. I think that's what it's called. Again, to see how I feel about that part again. I also 7's designs were not my favorite. I think there were a few of 7, like Guan Yu I really liked. But I think 7 honestly had some of the weakest designs for the characters. Like Ma Chao's, I cannot stand how he looks in that game. I always switch his costume in free mode. I do not like it. But yeah, there's just a lot I don't like. But it is above the rest because, like I said, I definitely would rather play the story mode of that over 9. 3, can't really say much, so I've played it more, so I have to kind of put it over that. And then 2, like I said, I haven't touched that at all very much. So, all right, now we get to number 6. Now this one is kind of kind of surprising I put it this low. It's kind of in the middle, lower middle. But that's Dynasty Warriors Origins. Even though personally, I think Dynasty Warriors Origins is some of the best Dynasty Warriors we've gotten in a long time. And I say that because of the way it feels to play, the way it looks, the innovation in combat. I feel like I feel like Dynasty Warriors has finally innovated in a correct way for the way modern gaming is going, the way newer generations of gamers are playing games, that it's doing what it should have done with 9 and what it should have done maybe a lot earlier. I really enjoy the gameplay. I honestly don't have that many criticisms with Origins, outside of not being able to play as the Dynasty Warriors characters. And I don't really count companions because you work really hard to try and build up their meter, which sometimes you don't, and a mission's over and you didn't even get a chance to, or you play with them for 5 seconds and they do a really cool, blow up the map and, gets you a ton of kills and stuff, but you don't really get to play them much. And I feel like eventually the replayability factor will wear off, and I've already done it all. I've already done all the hypotheticals. I've done, I've gotten it's like I don't really get to experience it with a new character or anything. So I feel like it's going to run its course, and it kind of has. I'm really playing it through again on PlayStation just to have it completed on PlayStation. But after that, I don't know if I'd play it much. And so, but right now, it is one I would play over the rest of these, and I have been playing. And I think if Dynasty Warriors Origins allowed us to play with our favorite characters, maybe have co-op, you could co-op it with a buddy, this would be like really high up for me. But I think just the other games on this list, I just like playing more and have more replay value for me. But I think Origins, if I was doing a tier list of like S tier, A tier, whatever, it would be like high A, probably low S for me. Like, it's really up there for me, and I like the way that they're thinking and the way that they're kind of taking the series. Because I still felt like I was playing Dynasty Warriors, it just wasn't quite the game I was looking for. But I really look forward to what they do in the future after this game. I think this game may be the pendulum swing that changes kind of where the series goes, and hopefully for the better. But yeah, that's what I'm going to have for number 6. Now, slightly above that, at number 5, this is where I'm going to slot in Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends. I can't really I guess I'll just throw it up there just because they're connected. And the reason I'm kind of putting Extreme Legends attached to this when I didn't do it with the other ones is it's pretty much the way everybody plays it now. I don't even know if I've seen anybody play the base game of 8 in a long time. I'm sure people are, but Extreme Legends is like the complete edition, is like the definitive way to play this game. I get the only gripe I see people get a lot is Zhang Liao's voice actor change, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But 8 is one of those games in the series where there is a lot to do in it. I've been slowly working through the campaigns for each of the faction, and I'm still going through it. And I've been working on it for a while, doing all the hypotheticals, all the missions, and there's a lot. That's one thing I really appreciate about this game is there's a lot to do in Musou mode, and you get a lot of variety. I do like the way they tell the story. I do like that they focus on a faction, and you kind of pick one of the few characters that are there, which one you want to play as. Which sometimes you do, you get matches where you're like, man, I don't really want to play any of these characters. I kind of wish I could just be the character I want to be. But there's enough variety there where it's not a big deal. The weapon swapping factor, I don't really like. I don't mind weapon swapping. I just don't like that. I don't like the affinity stuff. I don't like that you have to pair up this heaven, earth, or whatever because you just end up swapping it all the time. It really doesn't add anything to it because the opponent's either going to have weapons that you have advantage of, or you just switch weapons and neutralize it anyways. I feel like they should have just stuck with 7 if they're going to do weapon swapping and just let you pick the weapons you want and use those without that stuff. I played it 8 with a mod not too long ago that takes away the affinity stuff, and it was so much better. It's so much better. That's one thing I don't like about it, but overall with 8, I like a lot of the designs. There's a lot to do. There's a lot of content. It is one of the easier games to play. I'm looking at this based on normal difficulty because that's kind of the default way to play. I mean, you can make it harder. You can be like, yeah, well, I play with one hand tied behind my back and I play on the hardest difficulty and use my face on the controller instead. But like, that's not how it's meant to be. Most people are going to be playing on normal, and later they'll play on hard and they'll do extra challenges. But the default experience is not very hard. You'll actually pretty much fly through it, which some people will like, some people don't like. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy the experience. I think the voice acting here in 8 is like the best it ever was in the series. I think it's like hit its peak with 8. And yeah, I think for like modern, before Origins, and even with Origins, I think for like a modern game who's never played the series, I would start them with 8. You get better story, you get a lot of characters to choose from. It's just a really solid game. I don't really have too much criticisms other than that. I'm sure something would come up if I did like a deep dive in each of the games, and not just going off the top of my head. But if something comes back to me, I'll talk about it. But yeah, this is just a game that has a lot of replay value. It's pretty easily accessible now, so it's one that anybody can really get and pick up. I wish you could do that with the older games for some people, but it is what it is there. All right, well, now we're in the top 4. Okay, so number 4, let me see here. Actually, hang on, I missed one. What do we got here? I got 2, 9, 3, 7. Origins, yeah. I think I'm missing one here. Or I just can't count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Oh, I just can't count. All right, well, for the sake of numbers, we'll here, let me do this. Can I delete this row? I think I counted 10 because I was distracted with Dynasty Warriors, the first one. I was thinking in my head of our numbering. All right, let me fix this real quick. I guess at least with the video, this is something I can edit out. So I guess just shift the number up for everything I just said. So all my perfect, hey, Dynasty Warriors 7 lined up with 7. I'm like, nope, no, it did not. But whatever, is what it is. You guys get the gist, and the order's still the same. Doesn't really matter. So there we go. So 9th spot Dynasty Warriors 2, 8th spot Dynasty Warriors 9, 7 Dynasty Warriors 3, 6 Dynasty Warriors 7, 5 Dynasty Warriors Origins, 4. There we go. Makes it a little better. 4 Dynasty Warriors 8, and then number 3 we're gonna have Dynasty Warriors 6. Now, this one's kind of probably gonna be a shocker for a lot of people. I know a lot of people get real divided on 6. I think on a couple streams ago, I can't remember, maybe it was the last stream I did, kind of talked about Dynasty Warriors 6 being a bad game. And I kind of thought about it a lot since then, reflecting about it for a bit. And I don't know if I feel that way anymore. You know, I replayed through 6 recently on the PS3, did most of the Musous, got Lu Bu, did all that stuff. And then was playing on PS2 a little bit to go through Ma Chao's and the stories that are in there that aren't in 3. And 6 has issues. Okay, we all know them, right? The Rimbu system, most people don't like. The weapon cloning, the getting rid of the unique weapons to like people like Zhang He. Characters getting cut. Some people don't really like the character designs, even though I like a lot of the character designs. There's a lot I don't like in there, but the thing I like about 6 is 6 has a feel to it. When I went back and played it, and I will say I love the maps in 6. I think the maps really make the game a lot more fun, and I think they reuse a lot of the maps in 6 into 7. they were so freaking good. They're just like, yeah, here's just the same map again. Really great. The Hulao Gate in Dynasty Warriors 6 is still like burned into my brain, and I love playing that map. I could play that map all day long with different characters. It's so fun, and it's really simple, but it's incredibly well done. And there's something about just playing through the story, the way they tell the character stories. They were a lot more cinematic once we got to 6. You may not have liked how the stories played out, but they did try there on that. And I feel like 6 is just one where it's kind of a comfort one to go back and play. It's just, and maybe it's because it's many years in the future. We've had Dynasty Warriors games since then. I can kind of look back at it and like, okay, this isn't the newest one anymore. There are 7 and 8 and 9 and Origins and stuff that's come later. And I definitely remember when this game first came out, not being happy with a lot of things. I remember playing the PS2 version. My brother was not happy that Ma Chao got a great sword instead of a spear. You go from 4 and 5 Ma Chao, and I assume 3, where he's an excellent, amazing spear fighter and really fun, and then he's got this big fat great sword, and you're like, what the hell? Even though I don't mind the moveset that much, Ma Chao should have a spear. In the PS3 version, you kind of get kind of a spear. I mean, I guess it is a spear, but it's a little bit different. But yeah, despite 6's flaws, I really enjoy going through the Musou modes and playing into free mode, and just I don't know, it has an atmosphere about it that I think I enjoy nowadays that maybe I didn't enjoy before. But this is kind of a really close one. I debated putting 8 above 6, but I feel like right now, if you put both these games in front of me, I think I would appreciate playing 6 a little bit more, funny enough. And I think it just comes to maybe how I just feel playing 6, and I think I like that it's a little bit closer to 5 in the old games. I think this is where we really started to see the pendulum swing. But I don't know, I just really enjoy this one a great deal. I wish the Rimbu system was there. I wish it had like normal attacks and charge attacks and stuff, but I think the maps really carry that. And I do love the way that the menus are in 6, and even in Empires. Like, there's something about the menu system that's really satisfying. Now that the top 2, I don't think this was any surprise. Let me pull 4 and 5 up here, just so they're close to the top. I think 4 and 5 and 3 for a lot of people end up being in the top. Number 4 used to be my number 1 for the longest time, but when I first started playing 4 and 5 again, on the emulator, 5, it really started, maybe because I'm older, but 5 was really becoming a lot better for me. So number 2 is Dynasty Warriors 4, and 4 was my entry to the series. Like, 4 is my Dynasty Warriors 3. It's the game that got me into the series. I have a lot of fond memories, a lot of road trips where I plugged this into our Honda Odyssey TV screen that's in there and playing it through road trips. Like, I just have so many fond memories of it, as do probably many of you. Just what a wonderful game. A lot of characters. I like a lot of the maps. A lot of them are reused. A lot of the stages are just reused maps and cut and made larger or smaller. But I kind of enjoyed playing through. Like, every character, you did play basically the same Musou mode over and over and over again. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the weapon leveling system. I kind of liked that you didn't find weapons. You just you played the game. You don't have to worry about searching for stuff. You just played and you level it up, and then you'd go and get the level 10 weapon, and you do a challenge to get like the higher tier weapon. I did like that. Some of my favorite voice acting started to get into the series in this. Obviously, we talk about Terrence Stone. I think it's Lex Lang and Zhuge Liang, Kirk Thornton, that started to show up in this title, and we're really Michael McConaughey is Zhang Liao. Really started to get the heavy hitters that we know and love, and that I love. But it's just a really great experience. playing that. The only thing I think nowadays of what I don't like, of why I put it below 5, and a lot of people disagree with this. I know there's a lot of people out there that like this part of 4. I do not like how brutally aggressive the enemy is sometimes. It's not so much an issue in the beginning half of the Musou or like what you're playing, but there are some matches where I swear they will not let you get one attack off on the enemy general or whatever. Like, you just get whooped left and right by 30 archers off screen. Soldiers are jumping around trying to beat the shit out of you. Like, and I enjoyed that a lot when I was younger. Nowadays, I'm just like, it drives me crazy. That 5 just doesn't quite have as much. It's still there a little bit, but it's nowhere near like it was in 4. The AI is also cracked out of its mind. You do duels in Dynasty Warriors 4, you're gonna pull your hair out most of the time. There are a lot of easy duels, but when you're fighting like the big characters, they're amped up. Like, I mean, they cancel out of anything. They'll fly out of mid-air to pop a Musou that they shouldn't be able to do. It just as brutally reads your inputs. It's kind of a mess sometimes. And I don't like that aspect of 4, where I kind of like, after a while, I start getting really tired of the duels and the clashes, where you just like, no matter how much you tap that button, the AI is just gonna still beat you. And I feel like I'm breaking my controller for this. So there's a little bit of things like that I don't like. I do appreciate some of the difficulty in 4, but yeah, I think some of that it gets a little janky, and it gets more frustrating than fun. But I'll always have a soft spot for 4, and I always do have a good time when I play it. It's just there are certain moments that get a little frustrating. And I do like, before Jamison Price took over, I do like this Lubu. I love the design of 4's Lubu. I wish it looked better in like 8 and stuff when they ported it to the newer games, but neither here nor there on that. And then that leaves number 1, of course, with Dynasty Warriors 5. I think Dynasty Warriors 5 is the number 1 for a lot of people. 5 is just a game I can play all day. There's not much that I don't like about 5. I like the maps. I like being able to capture bases and playing tug of war with the gates. Oh, that's something I like about 6 too. I like that you can play tug of war with the bases. You can capture it, but then they can capture it back, and then you can take it back. I really like that part of 6. So I'm glad they kind of kept building on that, how they can make those a little bit more fun. I remember in 6, like the Battle of Guandu, and like really trying to hold those bases and like fend them off and all that stuff. But yeah, with 1, I like that they did character stories. I like their little intros and the narration between the battles. You only had about 5 stages. I think you get 8 stages with the leaders. So they're not super long. You do find weapons versus 4s going in, just leveling it up. But there's some fun in that too. I'm not saying I hate finding weapons, but it was nice to not have to worry about it. But I don't mind doing it either. They obviously have new characters. I like a lot of the designs. The voice acting really started to even pick up even further. I think this is where Douglas Raya, for example, took over as Cao Cao. I'm pretty sure. And we just started to get more of the character. Jamison Price is Lubu. We really started to get more of those characters that now we kind of, for those that play in English and listen to the English, we get those even more of those big heavy hitter names that we kind of associate with the characters nowadays. And I playing through free mode, unlocking all the weapons, all those are just a great time in 5. I know some people don't like 5 as much because the soldiers started to get a little less aggressive. There were more soldiers, but they weren't as 5 is definitely not as brutal in that aspect. But I feel like in 5, the soldiers are there to kind of be a distraction, and they do come in at like the worst moments where you're fighting a powerful officer and a soldier just knocks you in a really bad time, and it's still there that they kind of assist the officers. But I feel like the danger in 5 was that the officers were were really the big challenge. Versus in 4, I don't think the officers were really the challenge. It was fighting everything around the officer that made it a pain in the ass. Versus 5, I feel like the it really is the officers that they get really amped up, but it always felt like there was a really fair way to beat them. Versus in 4, sometimes it's just like you're just gonna get screwed, unless you can like do 1,000 duels and maybe you get lucky. But yeah, I don't really have much criticism of 5, to be honest. I think for me, 5 is like a perfect Dynasty Warriors game. I think it balances everything pretty well. I'm sure if I thought about it further, I would, you know, I could think about more criticisms. And I didn't really touch about this on all the games, but I think all the games, the music is great. I mean, Dynasty Warriors music's awesome. Some might be better than others, but it's a great soundtrack in pretty much every title. So I didn't really touch on that much. I will say 5 probably has one of my favorite openings, cinematic openings, when Zhao Yun breaks out of the statue and then rushes toward all the. It's so good, such a good one. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I know I've yapped a lot, probably a little bit more than I should have for some of this, and probably went in circles for some other, other things. But yeah, I think this is kind of my order of personally where I put the Dynasty Warriors games currently, from the game I like to play the most down to the least. And I think I'm pretty happy with that. I could probably interchange 6 and 8 depending on the day. And although Origins right now could technically be a bit higher, I think where it is here is probably where it's going to stay. It could move down as 3 moves up. But yeah, this isn't like saying these are horrible, but it's just kind of games that I personally would rather play. Probably do another tier list like this with all the games later down the road, once I get maybe a chance to really play into the Extreme Legends, throw the Empires games in there. Obviously Dynasty Warriors 3 Remastered, when that comes out, how that goes. But might do some more tier lists in a different way, maybe like, which, game had the best designs or whatever. We'll just have fun with it and do different things. Obviously, if there's a tier list or a ranking that you guys would like me to maybe get my opinion on or yap about, you can let me know, and we can do that. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, what your guys' favorite ones are, which games you like to play the most. And I think the funnest thing about Dynasty Warriors, not the funnest thing, but a fun thing about Dynasty Warriors is these lists are very interchangeable. Sometimes, like, depending on where you're at in life, or how you feel about them as time goes on, you kind of they can kind of change a little bit. 6 for example for me has definitely gone higher as I've gotten older and as I played it more. Even though arguably, or like Origins, Extreme Legends 3, yeah, I mean, I would say those are definitely better games. But I think I just right now am having fun playing 6, and I just right now would rather play 6 more, even though I don't think it's as good of a game as those others. But yeah, so this isn't a list of how I think these are just better, but it's kind of what I'd want to play more. But anyways, thanks for those of you guys who stopped by and hung out as we played Xu Huang's Musou and kind of yapped about this ranking here. Emmy, thanks for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Always good to have you. And then, yeah, I think on Sunday night, maybe I'll try to start a little bit earlier. We'll start Tai Chi Si's Musou, and then once we finish that, we'll do. Maybe we'll have another tier list or something, and then we'll start Lu Bu's, and we'll kind of once we finish Lu Bu, trying to think. Maybe I'll try and go and get some of the better weapons for Zhao Yun and not Zhao Yun, Ma Chao and Xu Huang and stuff, or maybe I'll just pick a different character to play through. But we'll definitely get other games. We'll pick up we'll plug in Dynasty Warriors 6. We'll play different Musou games. I still want to hit the Gundam games. and stuff with you guys, but we'll see. Well, alrighty, well, thanks again, everybody. I do appreciate it. I'll try and maybe cut this and have this posted as a separate video, but obviously this whole stream will be also on Twitch and YouTube for your viewing pleasure. But all right, thanks, everybody. I appreciate it. Have a good night or good morning, wherever you live, and I'll see you guys on Sunday.